Okay, guys, we're super excited to have everybody on the Zoom today. We are coming back from Hawaii. Still maybe a little bit sleepy from Hawaii. That time change kills me every year.
Every
But
year.
we learned a lot. We were encouraged. It is a fun time, but it's definitely a time of grouping and like just getting to be around corporate people. I know several times I just sat down with corporate and talked with them, and just getting to talk with other jewels and teams and learning from them. And so I'm going to read this several times, and I have a bunch of notes on my phone, so I'm really not being rude, but I want to start with this, and we're going to go back over this in a little bit. But our last meeting that we had in Maui was with Bob Heilig. And this is a slide that he wrote to us, and it says, your Plexus business is an assignment from God to help you grow as a person by facing your fears and in the process discover the true purpose for your life. Like, I just got chills again, seriously, reading that, y'all. It is absolutely the truth. The stuff that I've done in the past 5.5 years scare me beyond belief. They were my fears. They were things I said I would never do. But God put you in this business for a reason. He gave you Plexus. And one of the reasons why is to help you develop your purpose. And I truly believe that. And I thought that was so impactful to me and lots of other people there that I will probably read this 3 more times to y'all, because I truly believe that it's true. You're here for a reason. And what are you going to do with that? You're going to find your purpose. You're going to find your way. So anyways, we'll talk about that later. But right now we're talking about all the fun stuff. So Alicia, what was your favorite thing? I just like to tell you what we do in Hawaii, because some people, yes, you may see our pictures, but you may not even really know what we do in Hawaii. So I kind of talk about how it goes, and then I'll let Alicia tell her favorite thing. But so we got to the trip for the diamond part of the trip. And the first night we have a reception. The second day we have a meeting with the executives, and they really want our opinion. So like, we get to tell them, they give us different ideas, and we get to talk about that and give them ideas, and they take it back. In fact, a part of this meeting was a follow-up from the meeting we had at convention, which is so cool that they really are listening to us. And so we have a meeting with them, a breakfast right before, and then we're off on our own for the rest of the day and the next day, and then we have a dinner that night. The next day we moved over to the hotel where everyone else was staying, and again, reception. The next day, breakfast and a meeting. And then we had free time the rest of that day. The next day, the following day, we had another meeting, a reception, and then the following night we had a luau. So that's kind of how it goes. So we have fun, but we also have meetings. So Alicia, what was your favorite part this year about Hawaii?
Okay, so this was our 5th trip, right? So it's kind of like we're, old hat Hawaii pros. We get there and it's familiar to us, which is fun. Who can say Hawaii is familiar when they get off the plane, right? That's crazy. So one of my favorite things, because we stayed at the Ritz-Carlton for the diamond trip, which is on the complete opposite side of the island than we're used to staying at. And we had never stayed over there before, which was kind of fun. And so we went to go see the blowhole, and a lot of people did. I'm sure y'all seen a lot of pictures of people going to see the blowhole. And then there was also this heart rock. There was a heart inside the lava, which was really cool. And so we got lots of fun pictures there. But it was a hike. That was people didn't really talk much about that, but I'm kind of a chicken.
A little bit, I thought.
I heard a bunch of there's like feedback or something. You hear that?
No, you kind of sound echoey, but not really.
Yeah, I'm echoey. I don't know why. I'm repeating myself.
I don't hear you repeating yourself.
Okay.
What is that face?
I know. Melanie does. I see her shaking her head. Okay. Anyway, Alyssa is not muted. Maybe, okay, hey, Beth, look and see who's not muted. Okay, anyway, so I loved going to the blowhole. It was kind of scary. There were signs everywhere that said, do not get near the wet rock. This is not a water park. There were some crosses where people had died. Like, this was a steep trek down. My friend's little girl fell, and she had, and scraped her knee and was having trouble. And then on our way back up, y'all, a gal that we were down there with and taking pictures with, take turns taking pictures with, broke her ankle on the way up.
No.
I'm like, how did she get off that? Because there was literally it was rocky, the whole, like goats, think of goats could go down there easily, but people can't, right? So I'm thinking, how did they get her off that? Anyway, so she literally could not walk at all. She would have had to have been carried off. I'm like, are they going to bring in a helicopter? But her ankle was, like, her leg was floppy the wrong direction. It was awful. It was awful. Anyway, so I was like so proud of myself that I did it. I didn't hurt myself. I went all the way down there, and it was weird because several people got hurt this trip. So Alec Clark hurt his Achilles playing golf, right? Wasn't he like running on the golf course and he hurt himself?
He literally said, "This is why I don't run." Like, he goes,
Yeah.
"I don't run," and he literally like ran to get a ball or something, so, like something super easy, and yeah.
So he was in one of those little hover around cart things the whole time with a boot on his
and
leg.
had the best attitude ever.
Yes,
ever. Yeah.
I guess if you're going to be hurt in Hawaii. I mean, you know, and so that was his attitude. But anyway, we had so much fun doing that. I love just hanging with leaders on my team that I don't ever get to see. And just having fun with like-minded people and sharing ideas and talking about this amazing opportunity that we have, how we are different than other companies, and just building that belief again. I love that. And that's why, too, these calls are so important. If you're not going on trips all the time, if you're not, getting with other Plexus people, make sure that you're getting on these calls so that you can build your belief and you can hear excitement from other Plexus people. So,
a million percent. I totally agree with that so much. And I say it all the time, and I feel like it's becoming, I feel like all of us are really good about it, and it's kind of slipping away. But guys, you have to be poured into. You have to have that belief built. You have to be encouraged. And it's funny how, like, convention always comes at the perfect time, and Leaders Retreat or Hawaii comes at the perfect time, and Super Saturday comes at the perfect time, right? It's just throughout the year. Sometimes we just get tired, right? Like Super Saturday is coming off of Christmas. We're so busy with Christmas and da-da-da-da-da that maybe things have changed for our business a little bit in that time. And then we go to Super Saturday and we're refreshed, right? It always happens at the right time. But in the meantime, being on these Zooms and getting together with your team, whether it be for a lunch or whether it be for a meeting or whatever that looks like for you, whether it's just hopping on and talking about life together because you aren't in the same area, is so absolutely important. It's so important to keep your enthusiasm, your encouragement level up. All of that is so very important. So my favorite, I've had lots of favorite parts. That was one of my favorite parts too. We'd never done that. Like Alicia said, it was on the totally different side of the island. It was a hike down and up. I was like, oh, and I'm a little nervous Nelly. And Scott Anderson is not, so that makes me even more of a nervous Nelly. I was like, do not go near the blowhole. You can get sucked in. But anyways, we survived. Thank goodness. But the cool thing about this trip too is most of you know that the Jewels are not going on Leaders Retreat this year. And so they did a contest for us, which is the contest that we would normally do for Leaders Retreat. They did a different contest for us, and we were able to earn prizes in Hawaii. And so I have two favorites. The spa treatment. The spa at the Grand Wailea is like off the charts amazing. So like you go in and they do this body scrub on you, and then there's all these pools. There's like a cold hot plunge pool. And then they have these different pools that you sit in that are different colors. And they're like, I guess, oils or something that, one's for like energy, one's for focus. Anyways, it's fabulous. And then you have this massage. And then the second thing, which was super fun because we had so many team members with us, was getting to go on our shopping spree this year. And so that's something I will tell you this, that Alicia and I both are in the shopping spree. Gosh, was it 4 years ago when we were in Orlando at Leaders Retreat? And it had been a goal of both of ours ever since to get back on that shopping spree. And it's on my dream board. It's on my goals. It's on everything. And so I want that to be a lesson to y'all. Never give up on your goals, because it took us so many years in between, but we both did it again, and we're super excited. And so I know sometimes y'all think, oh, y'all are diamond, that stuff just comes easy. Guys, we have to work for it just like you do. We didn't earn it the last 3 or 4 years. I can't remember time frame, right, Alicia? But we did it. We pushed hard, and we set it as our goal, and we never gave up. Even if it took a little bit longer than we wanted. So anyway, so that was super fun. Of course, they always do it right. They had a big lunch for us, and then, it was lots of fun. But yeah, just thank you, Joni, so much. Just getting to be around people that share their love for Plexus and hear their excitement and get ideas and listen to what they're doing with their teams. And maybe it looks a little bit different than what we're doing. And so we're going to start doing some different things that, might be different. We might try some different things coming up, but we're going to try to be more intentional about doing things as a team for sure. And of course, it is so much fun getting to spend time with all of our team members that we don't get to see all the time. We absolutely love that part of it. It's great. So anyways, those are just a few fun things, and we didn't want to harp on that forever, but we do want to let y'all know what we do, because it is a lot of fun. It is a Plexus event, which y'all know is fun, but it also is a huge time of learning and belief for us as well. So, okay, so I'm going to talk about when Bob Heilig spoke, and I know a lot of y'all follow him. I'm going to pull up my notes. Sorry, I'm not being rude. But I'm going to read this one more time in case you didn't hear. Your Plexus business is an assignment from God to help you grow as a person by facing your fears and in the process discover the true purpose for your life. How many of you have done things since you started Plexus that you swore you would never do? I know I have. Lots. The first one would be posting on Facebook. I swear I'd never, when I first started, y'all, I swear I'd never post on Facebook, and I swore I would never wear anything that said Plexus on it. Those are my two things. I was like, I will never do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's that's my attire these days, so anyways, but I do want to pull up my notes. But so at first he talked about, so Bob used to be with a network marketing company, and that's where he's had all the experience. But one thing that he said that hindered him at the beginning for about the first year, he said the relationships he had with people on his team hindered his ability to be a leader to them. And to me, that spoke huge, especially because y'all know I have a pretty yellow personality, yellow and blue. But sometimes because it's our best friends and our friends on our team, it's hard to not tell people what to do. It's hard for me sometimes to have that separation. And so he said once he figured that out and learned how to, of course they're your best friends, but learned how to do that his business did start to grow more and more. He also talked about success mindset. The way you become successful is by focusing on what if you think about, sorry, I'm reading this and I'm messing it up. The success mindset says the way you become successful is by focusing on what we can get causes problems. It leads to happiness, which is search time. Happiness is great, but it doesn't last. And it's also ego-based. So a lot of times we're doing things to be like, look at me. We're winning these prizes, so look at me. And that's not long-lasting. But you should, obviously do it to make this a legacy business. And it's not just about, we talk about this all the time, it's not just about the prizes, right? The prizes are great, but the ultimate prize is for this to be a legacy business for you and your family. And so, a lot of times social media kills us, and we love social media, but it kills us because we're constantly comparing ourselves and putting it out there. And I think so many times people are like, oh yeah, I won this, I need everybody to see me. Well, guys, social media is like the biggest lie ever sometimes too, right? I know I get caught up on it all the time. I'm like, and I'll say this, I'm gonna stop right here with the Bob thing. And I want to say this because we've talked about this a lot lately, and I know that you are so tired of my marathon comparisons, but recently I talked about how when I go to the gym and I get on the treadmill and I immediately want to look to my right or to my left and see how fast they're going, right? Or see how long they've been on there. And I'm comparing myself to them, and how we do that in life, right? I'm going to tell you this. When I got to Hawaii, it didn't stop. I got there and I thought, well, they dress better than I do. Their body is way better than my body. Their team is, doing this. They won this, whatever. And in my mind, stop it. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other people. This is our body. This is our gift. This is our journey. It's nobody else's. And so we have to stop comparing ourselves to others because it defeats us. Completely defeats us. And so we have to stop letting that go into our head. all the time. Anyway, sorry, that was totally off my soapbox, not my notes. But I think it's so important because this journey is your journey. And it's not my journey. It's not Alicia's journey. It's not Alicia and my journey. Even though they were very similar, they were very different probably. You know, I mean, our lives looked different at that time. She had a baby. I didn't. I worked a million jobs. You know, she was at home with a baby. You know, so it was very different. You can't compare your journey to anybody else's. You need to focus on what you're doing and worry about what you're doing and let their business be their business. So anyways, okay. So there you go. Now I'm going to get lost in my notes again. Okay. The meaning of life is to discover your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. I thought that was really cool. I just think back through this whole journey and see what I have learned and see, you know, like I said, it goes back to this being a gift, right? That I have discovered so many things that I can do that I haven't ever been able to do. I can't even read my notes. Sorry. Legacy leadership philosophy does well with Plexus people because it's our core of Plexus. Plexus people love more. He's talking about because a lot of people do his leadership academy. Did any of y'all do his leadership academy on here? Or any of y'all subscribe to that? Why it is successful with Plexus is because people love more. It all goes back to relationships. We talk about relationships all the time, right? It's about caring about people and loving people. And that's what it is. You know, so many times we get stuck behind, I have to know every ingredient before I can tell anybody. No, you don't. Alicia, did I know any ingredient at all before I told you? No, I didn't. I just gave it to her. And I trusted that my friends that had taken it, they were okay, so we were going to be okay. But I didn't care at that point because I just wanted to be skinny. But, again, I was probably comparing myself to somebody I shouldn't have been. But the thing is that, guys, build those relationships. Love those people. Love your team. Love your team. Love the people that are on your team. Cherish them. Be in a relationship with them. That's what this business is about. It is about growing together, loving people, relationships. We say it all the time. Another tip he said was, we're talking about leadership boundaries. Stop focusing on the things you need to do and start focusing on the person you need to be. Focus on love, compassion, and empathy. Again, we have to get our jobs done, right? But in it, focus on taking care of people and building people up. Some people just need to be a part of something, right? You're making a difference in people's life. Because God gave you this gift and this, you know, this is yours, you can change people's lives. You can make a difference in people's lives just by calling somebody on the phone and saying hello. You know, sometimes like yesterday, I got a phone call from one of my old neighbors and I haven't talked to her in forever. We text every once in a while. But she picked up the phone and called me. And I thought, that made me feel so good. It made me feel loved. It made me feel like she hadn't forgotten about me, right? So I think that's so absolutely important, is to take care of people for sure. So anyways, those are a few things. As Alicia's talking, I'm going to just glance back over the last page and see if there's anything else that I want to talk about on that. But Alicia's going to talk about some other things that went on there. And I've got Sky's the heater on in this office. It is hot. Oh, I'm like sweating as I'm talking. Turn that off.
Why do you have the heater on, girl? It is not cold.
Like an old man or something. I don't know.
That is crazy. Okay, I had to pull up some of my notes from that. There's something here that I think is so important when he talks about the legacy leadership philosophy. And one of the things is where he says, understanding that income is a byproduct of impact. Income is a byproduct of impact. So when I hear from people on my team who've been on this journey with me for a while and they're saying that their income is not where it used to be, or their income has gone down, or their team this or this, that. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This says it all right here. Are you making an impact? Are you still making an impact? Are you still working with your team? Are you still working your business? Because usually if I can look back and see what their activity is, it does not match their expectations of income, right? We get kind of spoiled because we have such a great comp plan that our income does rise pretty quickly. But you've got to keep working to keep that income up, right? Here's something else that's really important. It teaches us that allowing fear to control us is selfish. I feel like I have an obligation to tell people about our products because they can't get them at Walmart. They can't get them at Target. If I have a friend that was hurting or was bleeding and I had a Band-Aid, and would I just look at them like, oh, I wonder how you're going to stop bleeding? No, I would give them the Band-Aid, right? It's like you have a tool to help your friends, these people that you love and you see all the time, and they have something going on, whether it's depression, anxiety, chronic pain, digestive issues, whatever it is, and the fear is holding you back from saying something. Okay, that is selfish. That is selfish. That is not being a good friend. And hey, I just want to share this with you because I love you and I know I have something that could help you. Whether or not they take you up on it is up to them, right? I just said this to somebody who posted about having their 5th case of shingles. I'm like, I have something to help you with that. Okay. She definitely has some immune issues and is getting this chronic stress, is giving her shingles all the time. I'm like, girl, we need to talk. We got to figure this out. She has not reached out to me yet, but I'm planting seeds and I'm telling her, I can help you. I'm putting out that, that life preserver. And if she decides to take it, great. If not, it's okay. But I am not going to be selfish and hold back the products that I have that I know could change her life, right?
We were talking about this just the other day, Alicia, about we have products that you can't get anywhere else, period. We were talking about this. There's so many companies out there, and I was telling her about a company that I just had heard about. We were just talking about and asking her about it, and she goes, the thing is you can go get that anywhere. We have products that people cannot get anywhere else, but yet they need. And so remember that. People can't go to Walmart or to CVS or the natural food store or wherever and get these products. Nobody has them but Plexus. No one. So anyways, we were just thinking about that. I had one more thing on that, and I can't believe I forgot this. I skipped over this page. Are you finished with that, or do you want me to?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay, so this one, y'all, people had tears. Like people, after we were talking about this, we had a reception afterwards, and numerous people said, when Bob said this, literally tears started pouring down my face. Okay, so are y'all ready for this? He said, you are enough. You are enough. You are enough to do this. You've been given this because you are enough. And I want you to remember that because it's true. Like I have chills again. I mean, literally, his speech was like amazing. Stop telling ourselves the lie that we don't have what it takes because it's not true. You would not have been given something that you were not able to handle. You are enough. Do you believe that? Or do you believe that you can't do it? Do you believe that you could never be diamond because you can't do this? Do you believe that you can't be a leader because of this? You are enough. And you can make it happen. And y'all know my story. I didn't believe that I deserved to be diamond. I didn't believe that I could be a leader. It wasn't natural for me. But this was a gift from God to find my purpose. And if he gave me that, then I'm enough, right? I mean, like literally people had just tears coming because you are enough. And this is a gift for you. So always remember that. Anyways, I can't believe I forgot that. I totally skipped over that page. Sorry. Because that was pretty impactful. Okay. You ready to move on?
Okay. What are we doing next?
I have that you're going to talk about the handouts and developing subverse and the road to recruiting.
Okay. So one of the other things that Bob was our second day of training. The first day, we got to hear from Brooke Hemingway, who is more than likely going to be our next double diamond. She's a diamond sapphire, right? And her husband's an emerald. Mm-hmm. And she's a nurse and her husband is an ER doctor. So to see that medical professionals can get to the very top of the company and live in Hawaii, they're not even like in mainland America.
No, and she had like 150 Facebook friends when she started. And let's just take a minute to think about
wait. Remember, she said she did not know how to copy and paste a link to share with someone. Okay, so
Diamond, sapphire, emerald. Diamond, sapphire, emerald. Think about that.
Yeah. So, you know what? She was enough. God gave her this opportunity and she was enough and she learned what she needed to learn and she grew a crazy, amazing business living in Hawaii, not with a huge network, but she had a network we all know people who know people, right? So your network is much bigger than you think. Okay. So she shared with us 2 things, and I don't know if these are on our team pages yet, but they will be if they aren't yet. But the first one, let's talk about this one. It's called The Road to Recruiting. Okay. So if any of you have kids that play competitive sports where you have to look at the tournament schedule, that's exactly what I thought of when I thought of it. Like, this is a tournament schedule. Yes, if team A plays teams B, and the team A wins, they go over here to the side, and then it goes down. It's the same kind of thing where you're asking the question, you send the third-party tool. Depending on what they say about that third-party tool is what you do next. Here you ask another question. Does it sound like something that you might try? Yes. Great. Let's talk about getting you started. Not sure. Ask a question. Just uncover doubts and fears. So it literally walks you through the step by step. This is not something that you would have. Makes me think of those caller people. I had to call Bed Bath & Beyond for my daughter the other day because she had ordered something and it charged her like 4 times. And I could tell the lady on the other end was like, she was looking for the next arrow to tell her what to say next to me, right? So you don't necessarily have to have this out to tell you, but if you are brand new and you're trying to work through this with somebody, it might help you. It might help you walk through the different steps of just what to say. Now, what I think that we don't use enough of is third-party tools, okay? Third-party tools can help you seal the deal. Now, if you don't have an upline that's active that you can put in a 3-way chat with somebody, then keep going up until you find somebody that is active that you can put in a 3-way chat with somebody. If they are needing that validation of somebody that's been successful in the company, whether it's maybe your first upline jewel, or it could be even a senior gold, or somebody that's been with the company and that has ranked up a couple of times maybe. But I would definitely put them in a 3-way chat. Those work amazingly well. On Facebook, the messenger, you can do a recorded message for a minute. And then that way they can hear it at any time. You don't have to schedule a phone call. I had somebody think, well, gosh, it's so hard our schedules are so hard to meet up. I'm like, girl, put us in a 3-way chat on Messenger. I'll talk to her anytime, and that way they can reply when they have a minute, because we're all crazy busy, right? And then also you've got the Diamond documentaries. You've got a ton of videos in our back office. If y'all have not checked those out, you need to go look. I know I talked to Janice Jackson. She's our president of marketing. Okay. She is amazing. She's from Scotland. She has a cool accent. If you ever want to just sit and talk to her, it's fun to hear her talk. Anyway, but she and I were talking. I'm like, girl, we need a 3-minute what is Plexus video that we can send to somebody really quick that has, just what is it? She goes, we're already working on that. I'm like, perfect. So that's coming soon. So third party, if you're not getting anywhere, just you talking to somebody, get a third party validation in there. Okay, now this one is developing silvers. And I like this one too, because she's putting people in categories. You've got somebody that wants to be a product user. Now, I will tell you, there is not one diamond that has all business builders on their team. Every one of us has a ton of wholesale users. Now, the key is you want to make sure your wholesale users are buying 100 PV or more a month, because if not, that does you no good to have them as a wholesale buyer, right? So if they're just going to order a bag of Slim, keep them as a customer. If they're going to do triplex, or if they have kids that need the chewables, or they need, some pain relief products or whatever, you want to make sure that they put those on their subscription so that their PV is over 100 a month. And that gives you points to promote. Okay, so that would go be somebody that you would qualify to be a wholesale ambassador. They have no intention of growing a business. They just want the products the best deal, which is why I signed up, and look at me now. So anyway, so you've got the number 1 group is called the product user. Their goal is they need an accountability partner. So that is something that you could talk to people about as joining as a wholesale ambassador is, hey, I need some accountability on my products. I would love to have you join me. Something like that. That would be great. Number 2, the different one is baby steps. They would like to go silver. They maybe want to get their products paid for, right? which is a goal I would love to have for everybody, is to get their products paid for. That was another reason why I joined. I could not afford my products. I had to make some money to pay for my products, because if not, then we could not afford to do them. So anyway, so that would be something that would be the second column. This third column would be all in. This is somebody that says, I need the extra income. I want to rank up. I want to go to Hawaii next year. You have somebody that says that, you want to grab their hand and run, okay? Momentum creates momentum, and you want to, you don't want to waste any time on that. You've got a business builder, you want to grab them and go. And this is somebody that their goal would be maybe to get silver in a week, okay? Now, here's the deal. Silver is the key to everything in this business. Everybody that gets to silver has a much greater percentage or chance to move on and stay with the company long term. If somebody doesn't get to silver, they may not have the belief, or the they may not have the, what we just talked about over here, is the accountability to stay on the products long term. So getting somebody to silver, I think it's not something crazy, like you have a 90% greater chance of somebody, once they hit silver, of staying on the products and staying with the company, right?
Yeah, it's huge. Silver is super important in retention and building your team. Seriously, it really, really is. It's crazy.
So we'll talk about more. There's some more incentives that go with that. We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah. Okay, so now we want to talk about what to do and what not to do if you're saying you're going to go to Hawaii next year or be Emerald. I say Hawaii, but really, we have to rank up, go to Emerald, be Emerald. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes, but I'm just going to say this. So many people, when we come back from Hawaii, say, oh my gosh, I'm going to be there next year, right? And so many people don't change what they're doing and don't work. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm getting serious, and you'll know this is hard for me, but posting on Facebook, just posting on Facebook is not going to rank you up. It's not going to get you to rank. Sending 5 to 10 messages a month more than likely is not going to get you to rank up. Working your business once a week is not going to get you to rank up. Being hot or cold, sometimes we're all in and the next week we're not, is not going to get you to rank up. And I'm not saying this to, like I said, for any reason, but I see it happen all the time. We get excited. We come home and everybody's like, we're going to go. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. But they never do anything. What is it going to take? It's going to take you building your team. And if that means restarting over, building your team, it means finding new people. And it means getting them to silver. And it means teaching them and coaching them. It means not just posting on your team page once every 2 weeks. It means not ever having communication besides posting on your team page with your team. You have to do these things because this is a relationship business. If you want to go to Hawaii, you have to do IPA. You have to reach out to people. You can't depend on Facebook for people to see your post. I promise you, people aren't seeing your post. I promise you that people aren't seeing on your team page. There's many times, guys, just this week, I posted a short video and asked people to watch it, and I would draw for a prize. My team page has thousands of people on it. Not even 10 people did that. You can't say you want something and not do the work to get it. I know sometimes we look at people at this journey and it's not the typical work day, and so it looks like maybe we don't do a whole lot. But those that are growing are pouring into their business and are pouring into their team and aren't quitting. And they aren't just saying they're going to do this. And they aren't signing people and then never talking to them again. Even if they just want to be wholesale. Both of us just wanted to be wholesale, guys. If Celeste would have just let me be wholesale, I would not be where I am now. You have to do stuff with your teams. If you can't do Zooms with your team, then encourage them to be on our Zooms. They have to be a part of something. Truthfully, you have to be a part of something. You need to be poured into. You need to be learning and growing. Does that mean only learn and grow and don't work your business? Absolutely not. It means work your business, do your IPA, reach out to people. So many times I hear, well, I'm just not getting anywhere. And I said, well, how many people have you messaged? Oh, about 5. Guys, it's not going to work that way. It's a numbers game. I mean, I can message 25 and maybe hear back from a couple saying no, thank you, and not right now. And the rest of them may not even message me. So what does that make me do? Does that make me stop because nobody's listening and nobody wants it? No. It makes me want to message 25 more people, and maybe I'll get one out of it, right? When somebody tells me no or not right now, do you think that that lets me stop? Absolutely not. I'll message them again sometime unless they are like, stop messaging me. And guys, y'all know that's hard for me because I don't ever want to step on toes. Y'all know this. That's not my thing. But when we have a new product come out, you better believe I'm going to message every single one of those people again. I'm going to message people that have stopped taking plexes. I'm going to message people who used to be ambassadors who are not ambassadors anymore. You can't just say you want to do something and not work your business consistently. You can't. I'm not talking about when you're on vacation for 1 week in the summer. I'm talking about on a daily basis. What does that schedule look like? What does your week look like? Are you making it important to be on Zooms to learn? If you can't be on at 10:30 in the morning, because I know a lot of people can't, are you committing to watch that Zoom later? Because we've had some great Zooms lately. We've had some amazing speakers, right? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to set aside that time? Are you just like, I don't need that, whatever? Well, the longer you go without being poured into, the worse your attitude's going to get. The worse you're going to fall apart, right? So what are you doing with your team? Are you reaching out to your team, even those that have just ordered wholesale for a long time? When's the last time you reached out to them? When's the last time you reached out and said, hey, what can I do? I started yesterday when the Consistency Club came out yesterday, and I started texting people and said, I put a picture of the Consistency Club prizes and said, what are you going for? It's that communication. It's like the phone call I got yesterday that had nothing to do with Plexus, but that person made me feel special because she picked up the phone and called me. And I promise you guys, if you're not doing these things, your teams are not doing these things. I promise. What you're doing is what your team's going to do. You may have to build trust with your team because it may be that you never spoke to them. It may be that you've never posted on a team page. It may be that you've never had meetings or you've never had Zooms or whatever, and you have to build that trust, and it may take some time. But it's so worth it. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do these things to be in Hawaii, to be Emerald? Again, Hawaii is amazing. It's not about Hawaii. It's about building that legacy business for your team, right? It's about having this journey and going farther and setting our goals and doing what we need to do. So, I'm just going to encourage you today. What do you need to do to get to Hawaii? What does that goal look like? Have you set out that goal? Have you set out what you need to do to be an Emerald? Did you quit working after Leaders Retreat was over? Did you work really, really, really hard to earn Leaders Retreat and then you stopped working because there was no prize? It's about building a legacy business. It's about growing in your business. I've seen the shift. I saw the shift from the last week of people trying to earn Leaders Retreat to the next month. It was a huge shift. Guys, it's not about the prize. This is an amazing business, building relationships and changing people's lives. What are you going to do with it? You've been given this gift. You're enough to do it. You need to do it. If you want to be Emerald, then do the work. Be with your team, grow your team, grow silvers, do IPA, reach out to so many people a day, write it down, make a challenge and do it. But, there's a difference in wanting to and doing it. And so you have to make the choice to do the work to get there. So anyways, off my soapbox, back to being,
we need to hear that every once in a while, right? We do. We need to hear some tough love and Beth wouldn't be telling us this if she didn't feel it from her heart and know that, we've been there. It's been 5 years and we have seen people come and go in this business. And we've seen people, like I talked about a while ago, how they complain about their team or they complain about, their income going down or they complain about their points going down. But if they look at the work they've done, does it equal what they're getting paid? Probably. If they haven't done much and their income has gone down, but hey, they're still getting income, that's actually more than they deserve, right? So I want you just to think about what your goals are, where you want to be, and what do you need to do to get there. And if you need help with that, get with your upline and say, what do I need help with? What do I need to do? What do I need to work on? And I guarantee you, the first thing we're gonna say is you need to go silver. You need to work your business. And the basic of everything that we do is going silver. You need to add 3 people, make that your goal every single month, add 3 people to your team. When I was growing and in crazy momentum, one month I added 16 people. Do you think that I did that by calling 16 people? No. I had to talk to hundreds of people to get 16 people in 1 month. Okay. So I just want you all to realize the opportunity is still there. Y'all, I cannot tell you some of the stuff we learned about in our diamond meeting because it's confidential, but we have crazy amazing stuff on the way. Crazy amazing. Blow your mind. You're going to be so thankful you're with this company. You're going to be so thankful you stuck it out. You worked hard. You grew your business. Some of you might be reworking your business. You're going to be crazy thankful you're still here. Okay. Because our company is not a fad. We are not fly by night. We have been in here 10 years. This is our legacy year. And they're proving it. Okay. We're going to end our month crazy strong, end our year crazy strong, but you have to put in the effort and the work. Okay. What are we talking about next?
We were just going to talk about the new incentives that corporate has this month.
Okay.
And all the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. We've been serious, so now we're going to be fun again.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So this is our last month for Super Silver. Do we have anybody on here shooting for Super Silver this month? Maybe you tried a couple of months, but you haven't hit there yet. They are still doing that that incentive where you can get an extra $100 if you hit Super Silver. It's the last month for that. So what would happen is once you hit 50 points, then and those points work. That means if you bring on new ambassadors and they buy a $99 welcome kit, okay, we know that doesn't give you points that first month. Well, if you're trying for Super Silver, it will give you what we call ghost points. It won't show up on your report, but as long as you're keeping a list of that, that will add. So let's just say you added 3 people because your goal is silver, right? So you added 3 people this month. You already have 35 points when you pull up your report. Well, your 3 people will show, but it will still say 35 points, but those 3 people will give you 5 points each and get you to 50. Okay. So that is your Super Silver. That will work. Now listen, you will get an extra $50 for October bonus. And then if you still have 50 points in November, you'll get the other 50. Now, if that happened last month and you turned Super Silver, you got 75 last month and you'll get another 75 this month if you stay at 50 points or more. Does that make sense? So I love this. We are pushing for them to go to do this full time. So this 3-month thing that they did with the Super Silvers was kind of like a trial test to see if, hey, are people wanting this rank? And we're like, yes, we want this rank. Gold is hard. Gold was the hardest rank, I think, to hit. And I know that some of you agree with me there. So Super Silver is a good medium right there. And so you need to go for that. If you have people on your team that could go for that qualify for that, encourage them, help them to get there. Okay.
Super Silver is not for re-ranks. It's just for first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Just for first time.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody asked that. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome packs. We have new welcome packs. I've already posted the pictures of the welcome packs on our team page, and somebody had asked, why don't we have the double triplex anymore? Well, I will tell you why. Because what happened, and it is a good deal. I understand that why we like that double triplex. However, if it's just one person using the products, they don't have an incentive to buy the next month. Okay. And what do we need when we add people to our team? We need points. And we need them to order the next month. And what happens is they might buy that double triplex, forget to place an order. The next month they don't need it because they've got 2 months worth. That 3rd month they have forgotten to place an order and they have no accountability. They don't have a subscription set up. They're not going. So we don't have that one anymore, but we have some other ones and we have some more on the way. So also combos are now all over 100 PB. Holla! So we love that. That started September 26th. And so all combos are over 100 PB in the back office. Okay, so also starting for the end of the year, October, November, December, we have free shipping over 145 PV. So for all of us ambassadors, so what I did yesterday is I went in and I made because we were out of some products. So I order a ton because I have a family of 6 plus my mom that I pay for. Okay. So I went in and placed just a regular, or actually I went into my account. Okay. So when you log in, you'll click on my account and then that's where your subscription is. And you can go back there and place an order under your subscription. You can change the date. So the date, my normal date is like the 15th or something, but I needed it to go out today. So I changed it to October 2nd. And it's already shipped today. I've already seen the email that it already shipped. And I got the free shipping because it was considerably over 145. Okay.
It has to be a subscription though. It's not a manual order. It has to be a subscription.
This is why I'm walking you through it, because you can't just go in your back office and hit shop. Okay. Or to place an order. You need to go in and hit my account, change your subscription, or on your dashboard, you can click on your subscription and adjust it there. But it needs to be a subscription order. So what will happen is since it shipped on the 2nd, that same order will be in place to ship on November 2nd. But I will know to go in and I can put a note on my phone or whatever to go in and change it if I need to. Okay. So that it doesn't automatically go out. I also have mine set as conditional. So that means if I have 100 PV in, it will not ship out. Okay.
Can you use your hyper wallet for this? I'm assuming if you use it for your subscription every month, it's the same thing. I don't use that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Can you change it to a different subscription for that? Well, you can change your subscription as many times as you want.
It just has to be 145. I
will place multiple orders this month. Just because that's how we roll with our products. And I'm sure I will see later, oh, mom, you're out of this, or somebody else needs this. I will place another order. I will go in and make another subscription because I want that free shipping. Okay. Cause it saves me like what, $8 or I don't even know what shipping is.
Well, and here's the deal with that, guys. This is the time to reach out to your ambassadors, because if they're already ordering, say they're ordering like $120 worth of product, they're not going to get free shipping. But if they add another product, they're going to get free shipping. And so, it's not essentially getting a free product, but it may be something that they want to try something and they see the value in that. I would rather pay for a product than pay for shipping, right? And so I know it's not the same amount, but it is a time to reach out and make sure everybody knows that, and get people set at 145.
And the new kids chewables, did you see that? For $11.95, you get I think 6 of them, which is not bad pricing for
this time of year is amazing because everybody's starting to get sick. And
for real, I'm going to get them for all the kids in our class. Our people at our school are sick all the time. Okay, so then let's see, that's the free shipping. Also, if you have anybody that is already a preferred customer that is ordering over $145, it will automatically give them free shipping, the preferred customers. If you have a new preferred customer that orders over $145 worth before taxes and shipping, or before taxes, I guess, they need to put in free ship as the promo code. And if it's Canada, it's free ship CA. So that's just remember, there is a promo code if they're new. If they're already a preferred customer and they're spending over $145, they'll get it. If they're not, there's another good reason to call, like Beth said, and say, hey, why don't you add another product? You haven't tried Vital Biome yet. I think you'll love it. You should add that because it'll push you up to free shipping. They just add it on to their subscription order.
Seriously, how many times are you checking out online for something else and you see if you spend $10 more, you'll get free shipping? And what do? Go buy a pair of socks or something? Seriously, I always do that. I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense. I'd rather have something than shipping, right? So I think it's great, and they're doing it through the end of the year. So that's absolutely awesome. Again, don't let it slip you by. Pick up the phone and call people. Let people know. People don't know. People don't read their emails. I promise. I read somebody talk about not reading their emails say, me, that makes me want to jump out of my skin because I have to keep in fact, I looked at Alicia during one of our meetings and her phone and her little bubble had 1,000,000 emails. And oh Lord, you're giving me anxiety, Alicia. She goes, what? Yeah. And I was like, I can't even deal with that. Seriously, let's look at my phone. The only thing that has a number by it would be the text that I've gotten since I've been on here. Yeah.
16,677
people.
Okay, Holly, high five, Holly. We're together.
People don't read their emails, so you need to let them know by messaging them or calling them. I'm just telling you, point proven. Anyways, yeah, that is the difference in me and Alicia. I'm a get them done. Anyways, we were laughing. We were paying attention, but we were laughing because we're blue too. So
yeah,
he's more blue than me, but I do have blue. Okay. Any other incentives that we need to talk about? I feel like there is, and I can't.
I know, but there's probably something we can't talk about yet.
Probably. There's lots of secrets, y'all. Lots of secrets.
So,
we're not making that up.
Speaking of secrets, let's tell them about sharing secrets.
Oh, yeah. So apparently there's something new coming. And if you want to follow along, you can follow the hashtag
Sharon.
Sharon.
Like SharonCkretz. It's this girl named Sharon Secrets.
Yeah.
She's got some information that we need to know.
Yeah.
Good, Jen.
So, but I will tell you, there's so many secrets that we know. Don't call us and ask us because I won't answer the phone. But Alicia and I had to sit there and think about, can we say that or can we not say that on multiple things? So just know there's so many fun things coming and so many things that they didn't tell us too. So apparently now through January. So if you see one thing, it could be great. And there may be more. I don't know. I know we don't know all of them, but we do know some things, and they're super exciting. But just know that they have lots of secrets planned for us through January. So that's super exciting, right?
Get your pens out. Let's talk about calendar for this month. So we've already started posting about an IPA challenge, which is income producing activities. Okay. We just gave you some great reasons to call people, right? Is to tell them about the free shipping, adding a product if they're already a customer. But also starting next Monday, we have a 7-day slim challenge. We're going to do it a little different this time. Instead of calling the group a 7-day challenge, we're going to have a wellness group where people can go and if they're in the group, let's just say we add them this week and they do the 7-day challenge next week and they're still in the group, we're going to use that same group again for our next challenge. So if they've been in the group and we start another challenge and they're still in the group, they may want to follow along again, right? We're going to post information about the products in there, kind of like a product wellness group for our customers. Does that make sense? So instead of just doing a separate group for every 7-day challenge, we're going to try this and see how that works. So that is another good reason to call people, is to tell them about the 7-day challenge that starts on the 8th. And then so that we're gonna post different IPAs to do all this week. It's a spooky challenge, and then starting tomorrow night is the first Wednesday of the month. The first and the third Wednesday of the month, we have a happy half hour where it's a group. It's kind of like that same thing where once your people are in there, they can actually see the happy half hours every first and third Wednesday. We'll put the link somewhere. But Ariel is the one that started this, and it's great because you can add people that are interested in learning about the company. There are people that will give their testimonies in there, and it's just like a quick 30 minutes. Talks about the company. It's more of an opportunity than a product knowledge event, right?
Yeah, so they have, what it is they have 2 to 3 people go in live and tell their story. And that's all it is. They try to sometimes like group them. I know Jen Eccles is on this call. I think she's doing hers tomorrow. She had narcolepsy, and so she's telling that story. But it's a page, so like when anybody gets added, they can scroll down and watch any of these lives that have been done. And everybody's story is different. And so I know Brittany Gardner also is going to be on there. She's I think she's Sapphire. But anyway, so it's all different. We'll post a link again. I'm not sure what it's called, but we can post a link. I'll get Ariel to put it on our team pages. But yeah, you can go back and look at all of it's cool. You can go back and watch all the lives that are done. And literally they're like, I think 5-minute lives or something. So they're not like crazy long or anything like that. So,
we have a Silver and 7 challenge coming. We don't have the date set in stone for that yet, but we will be getting you that because we do want to focus on silvers.
We're going to start doing that once a month too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then every Wednesday night, this is good information. And Matthew just did a live on my team page about this. Every Wednesday night, there's going to be a Spanish opportunity call. Okay, so if you have anybody that speaks Spanish, I would send them to that call on Wednesday night. Here's the deal. At the end of each call, they can submit their email for a $20 off welcome pack. So they can sign up for $14.95. That's pretty cool. Now, here's the thing. They don't have to be Spanish to get that promo code. So if you want to, I don't know if I could figure it out, Whitney would ask because I don't speak Spanish. But I'm like, I kind of want to listen in on the call and see when they ask for this promo code. If I send my email in, they're going to give me a promo code to share with somebody to get $20 off a welcome pack, right? So that is not a requirement. They don't have to speak Spanish to get that. They just have to be on the call and submit their email when they say to do that. Okay.
Y'all, guys, the fact that they're doing all the Spanish stuff is absolutely amazing, and we need to take advantage of it. They're doing so much. We've asked for this forever. I remember back in the day, BB would like try to translate some stuff for us, but they did that. We've asked for it for a long time. So they're listening, and great things are happening. And great things are happening for sure.
Okay. And then I've got this huge list. I remember I was telling you Matthew was supposed to be sending me. I'm just going to let you take a gander of all the things that corporate has scheduled. That's a lot. Okay. So there are power hours. There are what to say with Plexus. There's growing a team. There's tips from the top, team culture, building your team, maximizing the month, power hours. So consistency in your business.
And those are all on the ambassador page. They're done live and as a Zoom. And so you can go to that ambassador page and go back and watch all of them. Like they're all on there too. So, and literally, I don't even know how you do that. But the other day when I did it, they're like, okay, we're live. Or no, I called into a Zoom, but then they put us live. I have no idea. But anyway, so they are definitely recorded. So, okay. So lots of good stuff, right? Who's
Make sure
excited?
you're in that page that it's called Plexus Ambassador Community.
Yeah. Yeah. Is anybody excited? Is anybody ready to work? Okay, I'm going to post today on my page the Bob Heilig training. And if you watch it, I will give everybody 2 days to watch it because it is long. Actually, I'll give everybody till Friday. How about that? Because it's long. I will do a drawing for some fun prize. I don't know what that prize will be, but it'll be something fun. So Terry won a prize for me. I see Terry on there just this past weekend because she watched a video. So anyways, but Bob's video was absolutely amazing, and he says it way better than I did. So the notes that we took were from that speech. So we'll post that. We're also going to try to post a speech by Brooke Hemingway. But one thing I want to say that she said was at the very end, so she was the top credit earner, money earner, I don't know, the top of our contest. And so they let her give a little speech. And this is one thing she said that was very impactful. That you're here for the same reason that you were whenever you clicked join. You're still here for that reason. You clicked join for a reason. God gave you this for a reason. And I don't care if it's been 6 months or if it's been 5.5 years, you still are here for that reason. And you belong here. And I don't want you to ever forget that. I don't want you to ever forget when you're having a grumpy day or when you're having a down month or whatever, or when things aren't looking just like you want them to look, that you click join for a reason and you're still here for that reason. And you are enough to do this. So let's just piggyback on all of them. You are enough to do this and you can do this. Don't beat yourself up. Don't look at the other treadmill. You keep going. You keep pushing. You keep working. You keep asking us what we can do, asking us for help. We want to help you. We want to be there for you. We want you to succeed at this, and we will help you, but you have to do the work. We can't do it for you. But you are enough. You have what it takes. You are here for a reason. And don't ever forget that. It could be 20 years from now. Don't ever forget that. This is a gift. This is a huge gift. I can only see like 6 of you right now. But I look at the friendships that I've made in the past 5.5 years. And for me, that's enough. I mean, for goodness sakes, the relationships we've made in the past 5.5 years are just out of this world. Everything else is an amazing blessing too. but it's all about relationships, and that's so huge for me. So anyways, y'all got this. I'm going to post Bob's video. I've got to hop on another Zoom right now, and then I'll do it, but y'all can have until Friday, and I will do a drawing. So make sure people know that I'm doing a drawing. And is that all, Alicia? Yeah? Like, yes. All right, so we will see y'all next week. Have a good week. Bye, guys.